last name Manuel. I am the founder of youth organization Heavenly Cynt Youth, where we expose kids to different outside of their communities. We do mentoring, we do swimming, we do bowling, we do tennis, we do archery, we do volleyball. Did I miss anything? Did I say bowling? Did I say golf? Did I say tennis? And so, as you guys know, I bought a horse, maybe, I think it's 2 years now, during the pandemic. And so, we've been exposing kids to farming, what else? Other animals. I think we've got pigs, we got goats, there's a cow, and you name it. It's so awesome to bring the inner city kids out to the barn and just learn the different, I call it A to Z about horses. My horse name is Chance. I think he's probably about 5 years old now. And so I named him Chance because he gave me a chance and I gave him a chance. And as you guys know, on this podcast, I bring in Heavenly Cynt people I think you should know, right? And so sitting to my right, I have Miss Shanell. You guys may have seen her on a lot of the trending content creator videos. And so I got a chance to meet her, invited her on, and just wanted her to give you guys an insight on how she got started, what it is she do. She's also a professional loctician. And she's killing the game. She's resilient. And I'm excited for her to tell you guys her journey, how she got started, advice she gives to you guys, because we know everybody wants to do hair, and that's a never-ending career, right? And you can make, good money from it, even as a youth. There's no special training other than passion, dedication, and consistency, and she's proven herself to do just that. So with that being said, Shanell, thank you for coming in.
No problem.
It was a pleasure chatting with you. I'm excited to have you on. And just give us a little bit, tell us who you are.
Actually, my name is Shanell. Most of you know me on all social media platforms. Y'all done seen me. I done been in a couple of videos. Chicago Be Light. I done been in Meanwhile in Chicago. I done been on my second movie, okay. Tyrant. My first one was And Just Like That, featured by Bo Deal.
I didn't know that. See, I just learned that.
Yeah.
So, how did you get started in media?
Actually, I was introduced by Jermaine. Most of y'all know him as Big Lowdown.
Big Lowdown?
Yeah. Yeah, so he introduced me. At first, he kept pushing the issue like, come on, let's do videos. I got something for you and woo, this and that. I'm like, boy, God, I'm not doing that. But I think at the time when he was asking me, I think I probably was kind of shy then because I wasn't into all that. But then as he kept pushing me, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So I did like a couple on and off. And then as I started seeing like the videos was like going up, and I was seeing like people was loving it. So I'm like, okay, this could be a thing for me.
Indeed.
And then I started enjoying it. So I started doing more and more, and then other people started asking for me, want to work with me.
That's awesome.
And stuff like that. So it went like that. So
it's a blessing when you have people who see a light in you that typically, we wouldn't get out and put ourselves out in the spotlight. And like you said, possibly you were shy. And so shout out to Big Lowdown for seeing a vision in you to get you started. And like you said, it blew up. My son, he's a fan. And so when I told him I was having you on, he was excited. So that's dope. And then, because content creator, it's a thing now. It's really a thing. You guys see it. I mean, you can't go on any social media platform without seeing content creators. So shout out to you guys for keeping us laughing. And, laughter is good for the soul. You don't know what a person could be going through. And so just to turn on a video, whomever it may be, and to, just be able to have a short mental detox is what I call it, to see something different is awesome. And also outside of that, Shanell, you are a loctician. Can you tell us the difference between a loctician and a beautician?
Okay, the difference is a beautician is like more of doing styles.
Okay.
So if you predict like one setting of what you want to do, like all styles, all women, but it's all dealing with weave.
Okay.
or either your natural hair. I say that's a beautician.
Okay.
But a loctician directly deal with locks. All locks, nothing else, just locks. So, but I used to be a stylist. I say halfway a little bit now, but
She said halfway.
because I still get like potential women clients, like on and off. But since I moved out of a salon, I now work in a barbershop. It was like my styles went down with more of the weaves and the braids and all that. I started getting more locks. So locks and braids. So now I'm like all locks. So I'm a loctician.
So where can we find you? Where's the shop?
The shop is located on 2429 West Madison. It's called Madison Street Barbers.
You guys know who Madison Street Barbers. That is Bob and Nas, a good friend of mine. We were raised up in the same neighborhood, and Nas was one of my male mentors for the 12-week youth mentoring program that we had over at Douglas Library. So shout out to Nas for always reaching out to the youth and having my back like no other in regards to all the awesome things that he's doing over there.
Yeah, because at first when I first went down to Nas' shop, I was kind of scared at first because you know how you gotta, all your clients might not follow you, but they probably, people say if they loyal to you, they will follow you.
That's true.
You know, that could be true, but I don't really believe in that. Yeah, because I believe that it's the area of where you go to make the people follow you. But ever since I've been down there, I said, you know what? I talked to a few friends. They was like, do it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. So I went, and I wasn't even expecting, like, from the clients that I already had. And, you know, with Nas, he promote the whole shop as well.
He do.
So, in void of you promoting yourself, too.
He do.
So, ever since I went down there, it was like a blessing of all blessings.
That's awesome.
And he ain't failed me yet or the shop.
I actually took Nas' SMP class, so shout out to Nas. That's an expensive class, and Nas orchestrated the class, and I learned to do SMP. So I'm so grateful for Nas and his leadership, and his dedication to his shop and to his people. So Nas is awesome. So in the green room, Shanell told me that she was not from Chicago, and I'm like, what? You ain't from Chicago?
No.
How you not gonna be from Chicago?
No, long as I've been up here, people say, girl, you from Chicago.
Exactly right.
But I only been up here like 19 years.
Y'all hear that? She said, I only been up here 19 years. Y'all
Yeah,
hear?
so y'all hear the little countryside. But I'm actually from Arkansas. I ain't gonna tell y'all which part because I don't know who looking for me. No, I'm just playing. But I'm actually from Arkansas, born and raised.
And so she said she came up to Chicago. She said it was fun up here. She said in the South, it's
slow. Then when I came up here, when I used to come up here when I was in my teens, and shout out to my Uncle Jimmy, may him rest in peace. He used to bring me back up here every summer after the 4th. And it was like, you can come outside, sit on the porch, and all the excitement outside.
Wow.
And that was exciting to me because I never experienced that. Down south, you sit outside, you hearing the weeds, the bugs and all, that stuff like that. But Chicago lit.
Chicago definitely is lit. How did you get started? Well, let me ask you this. So with content creator, I think last night you were saying that it's pretty much, as Martin say, live, uncut, unedited. So for the most part, the stuff is pre-recorded or it's just on the fly?
It's on the fly.
Really?
Yeah. You actually, you come up with an idea, you tell them about it, and you tell them it's going to go this way, and everybody just clicks in.
That's dope.
It's nothing written, none of that.
It be in sync like you guys sat for a while and put it together. That's awesome. I like to hear that. And so what advice would you give to someone that's considering content creation?
I would say go for it. Stay focused, stay consistent, and don't never let nobody bring you down.
I love it. And so talk about these 2 movies that you were in, because I didn't know you were. That's new to me.
Oh,
congratulations!
Thank you. And just like that, well, it's already out. It's on Tubi, both of them.
Oh wow.
Now they working on Tyrant 2 is done.
And what is that? What's can you tell us a little bit about that and what your role was in that?
Tyrant 2?
Yeah.
Tyrant 2, I was a getaway driver.
And so what is that? Tyrant 2, is that an action movie?
Like father, like son.
I ain't never seen that.
You haven't?
No.
Yeah. So when you go home tonight, you go on Tubi and watch Tyrant, Like Father, Like Son. Shout out to Bodil too.
Okay, and so in that movie, what is it about? Like, what's happening?
It's about a guy. You think I should tell the movie? Or
No, just get a little bit of it.
Oh.
It's action. You say you getaway driver, so what you on that movie?
So it's actually about a dude. You know what I'm saying? His son. He was locked up.
Okay.
And then his son was out in the streets.
Okay.
So when he got out, he was trying to protect his son from the streets.
Wow.
And stuff like that. And so he was showing him the ropes and was telling him about his lifestyle. But you know how kids, they don't be wanting to listen.
Correct. That
So
is true.
he was on there with his son.
Wow. And so you say you were a getaway driver?
Yeah, I was a getaway driver.
Yeah, you know that ain't cool, right? You can't be doing no.
I had to help my people out because he had to get his people out of this situation to save his son.
Okay. Well, he saved his son, so
Yeah, he saved his son.
We'll give her that. She saved his son, so we'll vouch for that. So thank you for being a getaway driver.
When people see me out in the street, they see the movie, they be like, "I need you to drive my car." I'm like, what?
Hilarious.
And then I think about what they said.
So that's the first movie you said there was.
No, that's the second one.
Okay.
The first movie I did was And Just Like That.
And both of these are on Tubi, right?
Yeah.
I'm totally going home and watch them. And
Yeah.
what's that about?
That was about let me see if I can remember.
It's been that long?
No, a dude that it was a guy. Well, it was his friend that was locked up and he got out of jail, and then he had to help him come out and find a place to live, get him a job and get his life back together. So he was getting out to do right.
I love it. So what are your shop hours and days?
I work like Tuesday through Saturday from like 9:30 to 7.
Okay. Wow, so you're busy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I take my last client like at 5, so I can be out by 7.
That makes sense. I love it. And so how did you get started doing hair? Because that's so profitable now.
It was always a passion for me when I was younger. And it was like I always used to see my mama doing hair because she was a beautician. And then I always used to play, like my mama had bought me this particular doll and she had hair. And I used to
I bet you remember the doll.
It was, what you mean?
I bet you remember the doll name.
I don't think it had a name. I think it was just a doll she bought. And she bought that doll and the doll had hair. And I was doing that doll hair like it was a mannequin.
Wow.
And I was always going to put in roller sets, ponytails. It was like I was doing that hair like it was a real baby.
I love it.
Or something. And then it was always a passion for me anyway. So as I got older, I started like getting like a little clientele, like the boys like with braids, because that's what I was mostly doing at the time.
Okay.
They'll want their hair braided. I was like, let me braid your hair. And I got a brother, so he had hair. So he was actually my mannequin, my little dummy. So he let me braid his hair, and then as I got better and better, people started coming to me.
So do you do any of classes?
No, I don't do that.
Not yet. Not yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, good. Because I know it's coming. You've been doing it for how long?
Ooh, baby. Over 20 plus.
She been doing hair for 20 plus years. Don't y'all think it's time for her to do a class?
I think once my little baby get old enough to where she can watch herself,
okay,
then I think I'm going to start like maneuvering and motivating myself to do more.
That's awesome. So you say little baby. How many children do you have?
3.
3? How old?
My oldest is 17, my mid is 16, and my little baby is 8.
So do so any of them interested in hair?
My oldest was.
Okay.
But I think my little baby is now because I had bought them a mannequin head with a stand, and like now she actually braids the mannequin head every day, and she's actually getting better.
I love it. Follow the bloodline.
Take it down, do it back up. My oldest, she was into it, but now she multitasking her life right now. So I keep asking her what she really want to do, but she's undecided at the moment.
And that's how it be when they teenage. They be still trying to figure stuff out. You can't tell them nothing because they know everything, right?
Right, exactly. Ooh, especially that middle one. Ooh, Lord.
So, as far as, okay, so content creator and comedy, do you think it's the same thing?
No.
Okay. What's the difference between the two?
I think comedy is like, it's good. It's like laughter too, but I think it's more like with stand-up.
Okay.
And I think that's a different look versus content when you just making up videos and doing them. But when you're doing comedy, you actually got to really think about what you're doing because you're trying to get the audience to laugh.
Got you.
And that's the whole point of getting them to laugh.
And so I'm glad you said that because a lot of people don't understand or can't separate the two. So with that being said, I don't think all content creators can be comedians, if that makes sense. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Because like they say everything ain't funny.
Exactly. Because like you said, when I think of content creator, like you said, I think of someone making up a skit and then proceeding, with it on the fly, as opposed to a comedian. I hear a lot of comedians saying that, they got a script or they studying their notes or, they got to go back to their book and things like that. So these are skits that they've been doing 20, 30 plus years, as opposed to a content creator. You can do something, you can come up in 5 minutes and blow up off of just an idea.
Exactly.
So that's awesome. So with that being said, do you follow any specific comedians, or you have a favorite comedian, or do you?
Well, I work with a lot of them, so all of my favorites.
Can you give us can you give my audience just a couple names of people that you done work with?
Okay, Jermaine,
Big Lowdown,
Darren, Uncle Hank, Corporate, Skinbone, Rico. Let me name some of the females.
I love it.
Robin, Sandy. Let me see who else. Pretty Skinny. Let me see.
Mo Good, Just Nash, any of those two?
No, I ain't never worked with them.
They awesome. I like them too.
Yeah, I done been around them, but I ain't never worked with them. Naeem, I done worked with him.
Okay.
Felice, I done worked with her. Jimmy, I done worked with him.
Wow.
I also worked with Baby C too. And
Wow.
Blue Too Funny.
Wow.
Yeah, when I first started.
Impressive. Y'all hear that? And that's just by her, somebody singing, Big Lowdown, saw something in her and pushed her. And so now, she's right up there with them. So again, shout out to you, Big Lowdown, for seeing and pulling her up to whereas she's now making content.
Yeah.
Right? That's awesome.
If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't been doing it.
How do your kids feel about that?
They happy about it. But now they just want me to pursue and start doing my own.
Okay.
And that's what they be telling me too. But I feel like I got a lot of stuff going on to where I'm like, I don't know.
Trying to balance all
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Children, work.
Yeah.
It's
content.
A lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
So whenever I can get to it, I'm gonna do it.
I love it.
Yeah, because most time I can be tired, and my daughter will be like, come on, I got a video, let's do this. I'm like, girl, get out my face, I'm tired. But then when I be ready to do it, she'll be like, okay, or she'll be like, she busy.
Of course.
But then sometimes when she'll come, sometimes I am tired, I'll be like, okay, we only doing one, come on. Or let's do a Tik Tok or something.
So is there one skit that you've done with any of the people that you name that's more memorable than any?
Matter of fact, let me go back because I worked with Big Homie Blocks and Xavier. Okay. And the most memorable, the one when I was getting up in the truck and he had to help me. I'm going to say that one.
Okay.
Because that one, took me out. It took me out. And it got me, up there, up the charts.
So give us your social media handles.
My social media, you can follow me at Miss Turn Heads. That's MZTURNHEADZ 30. That's on. I got a Facebook that's page too. That's the same. So yeah.
What about, are you on? So all Instagram?
I always say Miss Turn Heads.
Okay, y'all got it. Miss Turn Heads, y'all.
Miss Turn Heads 30.
Got it. So, is there anybody that you would like to work with that you haven't worked with?
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. If you can work with one celebrity, out of all the celebrities out there in the world, if you can work with one celebrity, who would it be?
Oh, did I ever think of that? Because I think it's, let me see. It's multiple, but...
You only can give us one.
I know. Let me see.
If you ask me, I think I would say Anthony Hamilton. I know. I just got this thing. Yeah, I know. See how she looking?
What he be doing?
R&B. He sing. What? What he be doing? Anthony Hamilton sing
I know he sing, but I'm talking about...
He don't do nothing. He do R&B singer. That's like my favorite celebrity.
I want to work with Mike Epps.
Yeah, Mike Epps funny. Mike Epps is funny.
Desi Banks.
Mike Epps is definitely funny.
Yeah.
All right, another question for you. If somebody said, here, Shanell, take this $75,000, what would you do with it?
I'm gonna go get me a notebook and I'm gonna write out my thoughts. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not telling nobody what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna write my thoughts out and I'm gonna do what I want to do.
I love it.
Yeah, cause
that's different.
I want to be on a budget. I'm gonna put myself on a budget. I don't want to just go fuck. Excuse me. I don't want to just go and like just buy anything. I want to think about what I want and make sure whatever I'm getting to whatever I'm buying, that's the right thing.
I love it. I love it. That's, you know what? I've never heard anybody say that. Usually when I ask questions like that, they're like, oh, I'm about car, house, da da da.
No, I'm not doing that.
Da da da. I like that. That's different.
I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna bring my kids along, and I'm gonna be like, "What do y'all want? What y'all think we should have?"
I love it.
And then we're gonna compromise and go from there.
I love it.
And put it together.
Anybody out there you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to all the content creators. Shout out to my family. Shout out to Nas, Madison Street Barbers, and peace and love.
So this is the October month, correct?
Yeah.
So when can we expect to see something from Shanell? This is October. You got November and you got December.
Oh, it's coming. It might be next week. It might be tomorrow.
Okay.
Just stay tuned.
Okay. Can I be in one of your videos?
Sure.
Okay.
You want to make one right now? We can do.
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all heard us say it, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure sitting and talk with you. You know, I love networking and meeting new people. I'm glad I came by. Again, shout out to Nas and happy 10th anniversary. Nas had his 10th year anniversary for being a shop owner and being on Madison, right?
Yeah.
And so I had the pleasure to meet Shanell last night. I had been saying it because I always go in there, but we actually sat and had a conversation. I'm glad we did because look at where we are now. And so
they said God works in mysterious ways. Look where we at.
He definitely do. He definitely do. And so and then she didn't know, you know, what I do. And so Heavenly Sent Youth has opened many doors for me. I appreciate everybody that support me, that donate to us, that trust me with their kids. So everything in between. I can't name names because I don't want to miss anybody. And so also, of course, I thank Can TV for allowing me this platform to bring on Heavenly Sent People You Should Know. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week. Actually, next week I have Dash the Kid. And so he's also a content creator. I think he's about 14 or such. And I think he does gaming, if I'm not mistaken. So you guys will see him on tomorrow. And again, thank you to my mom and my son for just being everything in between for me. Until then, we will see you guys next week.